McCarthy is celebrating the possibility of using violence against female political opponents of his. He did so when receiving a giant gavel at a Republican Party event in Tennessee. So let's take a look at the video, hear what he had to say.
I'll make this one promise to you. If we win the majority, which I know we're going to, you're all invited. I want you to watch Nancy Pelosi hand me that gavel. It'll be hard not to hit her with it, but I will back it down.
So that's where we're at, where a member of Congress, the House Minority Leader, openly jokes around about using a gavel to physically harm another member of Congress, of course, a political opponent and a woman. And look, I have my issues with Nancy Pelosi, but the fact that we've devolved to the point where in Congress you see these celebrations of the potential of using violence against political opponents. In the media, apparently didn't know this. I guess sexual harassment is totally fine among some portions of the left, totally cool. They love it, they're totally in favor of it. That's where we're at as a country right now. That's how far we've devolved. So while in some cases it might seem like we're taking a step forward, we've taken some significant steps back when it comes to our rhetoric, our discourse, the way that we're referring to people we disagree with. That wasn't cute, that wasn't funny.
Yeah, context is super important. And so if somebody's joking around about something or they do hyperbole, I'm gonna give them a bigger break. And so sometimes folks will say in political conversations, oh, let's go kick ass, just kick the other guy's ass. I think I once said, and really freaked people out at MSNBC because I was there at the time, that I'm gonna rip the face off the Republicans or something along those lines, or Fox News. They're like, right? Now, but that was obviously hyperbole in the context of ratings competition, right? And at the time, there was no political violence in the country. Now, McCarthy is joking, they laugh, right? But in the context of January 6th, and all the violence that broke out, in the context that Nancy Pelosi was one of the people that the rioters were looking to execute, that they were looking for Mike Pence, Nancy Pelosi, those two most of all, and then AOC and some others, right? And in that context, doing a joke about threatening violence against her, that's insanity. And so it's easy to tell. How can I tell? I don't like Nancy Pelosi. And I tell you all the time about all the things that she's doing wrong, including now protecting conservative Democrats on the eviction moratorium. So, and I said online, it's a flat out lie what she's saying, because it is a lie. So she's saying, oh, there's nothing we can do. No, there's everything you can do. You could have a vote. So I'm not at all a fan of Nancy Pelosi. Would I make a joke about hitting her with a gavel or anything else? Of course not. They almost, like she was afraid for her life just a little short while ago. It's not appropriate, and it's definitely not appropriate in this context, right? And so, but again,
it's gonna keep getting worse.
No, it's gonna get worse, it is, because whoever steps further out of bounds becomes more popular in the Republican Party, not less popular. So I guarantee you every right winger reacting to this will be like, oh, what's the big deal, man? It was a joke. Oh, what's the big deal? And those rioters who were looking to kill Nancy Pelosi, they were Antifa or something, or they were tourists, or they were American patriots and are now political prisoners and she had it coming. But none of this is a big deal. 28% of Republicans say it's time for violence. 40, to be fair, might be time for violence. 47% say that it's time to take action into their own hands as this violence is falling. By the way, I don't even want to get into it on air, but anyways, it was about somebody we know being personally intimidated, and I haven't cleared it with them, so that's why I'm don't want to get it on air. So as this thing is rising and rising in the country, for the leader of the Republicans to joke around about hitting Nancy Pelosi with a gavel, he knows it's out of bounds. He's doing it because it's out of bounds, because he knows his own voters are vicious and will like him more, not less, for threatening that violence. Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.